Have you heard that BNSF decided to decommission Seattle's Interbay yard? Hi, this is Burr Stewart, and today I want to give you a quick ode to this yard. I went down there the other day and managed to catch a train while I was just taking pictures of its current use for storing equipment, and I'll show you the car repair shop. So let's get started. I don't normally use music in my videos, but I was so saddened by this move that I played a piece of Bach on the piano that I thought fit the situation reasonably well. This is one of Bach's three-part inventions, and it's an absolutely gorgeous piece of music. But this is a video about a train yard that's being slowly abandoned. As you see there are a bunch of Boeing 737 fuselages staged for the job they call the Renton rocket at the 737 plant in Renton, Washington, which is 10 miles south of here, something like that. And this is the view toward the south of the yard, as you see, being used for storing a bunch of equipment. Interesting, the amount of equipment that they're storing here, the grain cars, the center beam lumber flats. And I walked all the way across the Dravus Street overpass in order to get this picture, and then walked back. On the left there, it used to be the old NP main line, but that's many years ago now. Yeah, we got center beam flat cars, we got some what we now know as buckets, empty well cars there for intermodal. Interesting end of track there. And some box cars. And of course our fuselages in the background. It's hard not to be attracted by that green paint. And you notice the second time through, a cruise ship had come in to the Pier 9091 cruise facility there. Hard to know how they'll redevelop this site, but it's only a few miles from downtown Seattle, so I imagine they'll put 60,000 apartments here or something like that. See the gray road on the side there, that's similar to what I have in front of my layout, but that's for a different video. As you know, I modeled this yard, but in 1973, we didn't have intermodal trains like this. And I was pretty excited that right while I was getting sad about the yard, we got a train coming by. How about that? I sped it up. This is one of these domestic container trains heading to the South Seattle container yard. I didn't think you wanted to sit here and look at every single one of these containers, so I walked back across the yard. This again is looking in the northern direction, and you can see the engine terminal in the back there. And then on the left, all of these cars in storage. A lot of junk in the track there. That's interesting detail. And here comes the engines. I slowed it down so we could watch these engines. Very nice. I'm not sure which of those is the main track, but I'm sure they know. So this is another panorama of the view north of the Dravus Avenue overpass. And in the distance here is the car repair shed. On the left, I duplicate that ladder on my layout. And then on the right is the engine terminal in the back and some industrial areas. Blackberry bushes. There's the engine terminal, or what used to be an engine terminal. I have that modeled on my layout as well. You can see that on my channel. Lots of models of Interbay and operations in Interbay and whatever. We'll keep it going. We're not planning to decommission it like the BNSF has done now. So at least that's good. Here's a shot of the car repair shed, which you've seen many times in my videos. I could get some parked cars there, I guess. I normally call this channel Much Fun with Trains, but today it's Much Sadness with Trains. But that's okay. You have to have some sadness in order to fully appreciate joy. I'm not sure what this little cover is for. I guess just to keep rain out of the dumpster. Looks like they're missing a dumpster. Like I said, they're decommissioning it. Isn't this amazing that the no trespassing sign still says BN Inc., even though it's more than 25 years after the BNSF merger? That is cool. And in the same vein, off in the distance, you can see an engine that's parked there is still in the BN green colors. How about that? I don't know how much longer that'll be there since they're taking this whole yard down. But this is our last view of it. So for now, this is Burr Stewart, wishing you much fun with trains.